Let's do it like this. And I'm live, finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I gotta tell everybody to come over here. Let's see. Why is it not showing up? Hold up. Okay. This is so weird. Okay, Silverado. Yes, finally. I don't know what happened. Like, this is my second time going live. And normally, like with the first one, I just logged into my account and it would just pop up automatically. But for whatever reason, it didn't do that this time. And I don't really know why, because I had a live scheduled. But yeah, it didn't do that. Like, it starts the timer and it starts counting down. For whatever reason, it didn't do that. So my apologies, but welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing good. How are you? So for those of you, I didn't even do my intro. So hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Adrienne. Hope you guys are doing good today. Hi Jennifer, how are you? So this live is just gonna be like just fun, lighthearted, just catching up on things that have been going on with myself and my kids and just other things. Yeah, hopefully it will get easier. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really like doing lives, to be honest with you. But in any case, thank you guys for joining in. Hey, Sammy Cat. Hey, oh my God, Timothy, what's up? What's up? I am not at Amazon, and we will talk about that. Actually, so okay. Let me just, if you see me looking down, I have my notes down here because I have so much stuff that I want to talk about and I didn't want to miss anything. So if you see me looking down, then that's what that is. So first of all, I was actually supposed to go live yesterday, but what had happened was, so I picked my son up from South Carolina. We drove down there Friday. That was the day that he got out. He actually ended up graduating earlier. And one of his friends wanted to catch a ride with us. And at the time, the base was saying that she couldn't go. And then it was like a whole kind of ordeal. But in any case, they then said, okay, well, she can go now. So I went back down there yesterday to pick her up and then take her back to Winston-Salem. And then we came back to Durham. So been doing a lot of driving here, a lot. Thank you, Apollonia. Hey, and I can't pronounce your name, but hello from South Africa. Cecilia, hello, hello, hello. So yeah, I've been doing so much driving. Actually, this is probably the most driving that I have done in a while on my van. So that's kind of, it's kind of funny because I was so nervous. I've been nervous ever since I got my van about driving it. But now I've driven it, oh God, like South Carolina is like 3.5, where he was like 3.5 hours one way. And then, like I said, we had to drive his friend to Winston, which is like, I think it was like 2.5 hours from South Carolina. And then like another hour and a half back here to Durham. So yeah, we've been going. But in any case, I'll start off with Gabe. So Gabriel is home. He finished his program. Initially with the program that he was in, Job Challenge. So he was in the construction program, and they weren't allowing them to work at their own pace. They had to like work in a group. And so he was having to wait for everyone to catch up. And but then for whatever reason, they started letting them work on their own. And so he was able to graduate early. So he got all his certificates and everything. The kids are actually, Ava's in her room still. Gabe's in his room. He hasn't been too long, got a shower and he's getting things started. We have to go out later on, which is why I'm doing this live right now, because it's convenient for me, honestly. But Gabriel is home and he wants to work. So he had an interview right before he left Job Challenge. And he is hopefully going to be working for this construction company. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. He is like really, 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 really ready to work. He's like, I want to make my own money. I want to start saving, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna allow him to do that and support him in that. So yeah, he'll be working soon, and he has to complete the driving part for driver's ed. So he'll be working on getting his license as well. What else? The military is on hold right now, because I mean technically he can't join right now anyway, but he's kind of, I want to say, having second thoughts. I think the idea of having his own money is appealing to him, for sure. So he's wanting to make money right away. So yeah, we'll see if he gets back around to military. I'm not going to push it either way. Like, it's his life. It's not for me to decide whether or not he wants to go into the military, because that's a huge decision to make, right? So I know he did mention that some, I don't know if it's a specific branch of the military, but they stopped doing the buddy system, he said, because his friend that he met there is going into the military, and they were gonna, like, go in together and stick together, but apparently they're not doing that anymore. So yeah, I think he was a little upset about that. So yeah, we will see. But like I said, he wants to work, so I'm gonna let him work and just do that. Ava, Ava is actually getting ready to be 13 in, like, what's today's date? Today's the 20th. Ava will be 13 in like 31 days. Or no, 30 days. So yeah, today's the 20th. Her birthday is April 20th. So she will be 13 in 30 days. So we're just like preparing for that. I think her dad is talking about throwing her a party, which I kind of wanted to. Like, I wanted to throw her a party this year, especially considering she spent Christmas with him. But I'm like, you know what? I'm picking and choosing battles. So, but in any case, we're gonna do something special. The three of us. Yes, two teenagers. Yes. Thank you, Silverado. I appreciate that. But yeah, definitely. It's a lot. It's really a lot, especially, she's becoming a young woman now, and the hormones are just through the roof, really. But we're maintaining. We're maintaining. She's got her little hustle now. Like, she's selling snacks at school. So, which I didn't even realize. I was like, "Are you sure you can do that?" And she talked to somebody there, and they confirmed that she could do that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, she's doing that. She's gonna be in a spring break camp. The last week of this month they go on spring break, so she's going to be in a camp, not like an overnight camp, but it's like Monday through Friday. So I'll be taking her for that. What else? She's turning 13. Both of us just got our hair done, as you can see. My hairstylist, the girl that does our braids, she actually moved from Durham to, like, near what is it, Burlington. So we ended up having to travel for that, but we both got our hair done. But yeah, other than that, like, they just been here, been home. Myself, actually, y'all, I don't know what happened when I got COVID. Like, I feel like it did something to, like, my whole psyche. Like, I was in such a really dark place. It might not have seemed like it, but yeah, I just, even after we recovered, it was like, I didn't want to really go out. I didn't really want to be around anybody. And I just pretty much, if I wasn't working, then I was just home. Like, I wasn't really doing anything else. And only recently, I finally, like, we started going out and went to Costco and did some shopping. And of course, like I said, we've been traveling these last couple of days, but like, I haven't really been out doing much of anything. So yeah, thanks, Timothy and Juliet. Thank you. Let's see, Apollonia. Okay. So, but yeah, I don't know. I've just been kind of in like a funk, and I just literally finally started to come out of it. So, um, I don't know. That's part of the reason why I've been off YouTube. YouTube is a beast. Like seriously, in all honesty, it's just a lot. There's positives and there's negatives with YouTube, just like there's positive and negatives with social media in general. It can be a lot, really. Like honestly, when I dropped my JW video, like I did not anticipate that video blowing up as much as it did, and it can be really overwhelming. Like both you're getting like all of this attention and people are messaging you and emailing you and wanting to meet up and talk and all this kind of stuff. It's like positive and negative, like that you're trying to maneuver. So it can be really overwhelming all of a sudden. So yeah, I've just been trying to deal with all of that. But I had to step away, honestly. Like I really had to just like, okay, let me make sure that this is what I really want to get into, because like I said, YouTube, it's a lot. It's a lot that you're taking on. I think people maybe on the outside looking in think, oh, you just sit in front of a camera and hit play and da 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 da. Like, no, it's a lot that goes on, behind the scenes physically, and then, emotionally, mentally. You got to keep yourself you got to keep yourself in the right frame of mind, because people will tear you down for no good reason. Like it doesn't have to be uh anything in particular that you've done. It could just be just some random person or some random like group of people that decide today is the day that they want to attack you. So yeah, it's a lot. So but yes, I am back. After this video, I actually have one last video, which is my last video from Amazon. So that'll kind of conclude that series, just like my last week that I worked basically. And then I have like a couple of shopping haul videos. So we went to Costco and did like a bunch of household shopping, because I like to stay stocked up in terms of like supplies and all kinds of stuff like that. So we went to Costco, and I've done some Amazon shopping as well. But just getting, things, toilet paper, just household items in general. So yeah, I've got a couple of shopping haul videos coming. And other than that, I'm really going to get into vlogging more so, because I don't know. I want to, as much as I want to travel right now, there's so much going on and so many different things that I'm not really going to be able to do as much as I want. I know one thing that I want to try to do is to kind of showcase Durham. Now, I do not like Durham. I don't like living here at all, but I'm like pushing myself to like use where I'm at right now and just kind of go from there. So yeah, I do want to do like some videos of places that we like, or places that I want to try here in Durham, whether it's like entertainment or food or whatever. So we'll see about that. Let me jump back into the comments. Brain fog. Yeah, I definitely can attest to that. I am working for myself right now. And that's the thing with Amazon, like, and Tim can attest to this as well. Like the owner like said that I can always come back, and like if anything doesn't work out, like he said that my last day on the job, he's like, if it doesn't work out, then you can always come back. So but that's like a worst case scenario, honestly. I'm not Amazon is really, really physically demanding. And that's probably one of the bigger reasons that I did end up quitting. Like it's a lot on your body. Y'all don't even know. My body was hurting. Like when I finally ended up quitting, I think it took me maybe a good 2 weeks before like I got to the point where I wasn't in pain every day. Like my back was really killing me, like upper and lower back, and my legs, my thighs were like really, really killing me. So it took me a while just to get back on track with that. So it's very demanding. It's very physically demanding, and maybe a little bit emotional because you're dealing with, like, especially when you're loading up. Like once you get on the road, that's one thing, but like loading up, you got people just constantly yelling and screaming back and forth to hurry you up, rushing you, and I don't think they realize that you're rushing people. You could cause somebody to pick something up wrong or twist the wrong way, turn the wrong way, and end up injuring themselves, like seriously hurting themselves. So I don't think there's much care and concern that's given in those situations. So yeah, that was like, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna hurt myself. My stepdad injured himself on his job like years and years ago and messed up his back. And I'm just like, no job is worth that to me. Not at all. So um and then for no more than what we're making, like, yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, making 16.50, I mean, Bojangles will pay you like $15 an hour. So yeah, it just wasn't really worth it to me in the end. And I got myself to a point where I'm like, okay, I can pay my bills, a few months ahead, give myself some cushion, while I plot like next moves. And that's kind of where I am right now, just trying to figure out different things. I've toyed with a lot of different things. Like I mentioned before that I was going to do Shopify and what was the other one? Shopify, or what is it? Let me see. Did I write it in my notes? Drop shipping. And I honestly, I've studied it. I spent like weeks and weeks studying it and trying to figure it out. It just, for me, it was like too much that was involved. Not saying that I won't come back to it. I may come back to it again, especially what do they call it? Private labeling. I've thought about that, but right now it's not something that I'm going to focus on right now. So maybe later I'll get back to it. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Tim got your CDLs. Congratulations. Would you consider moving somewhere else? Um, it depends. I would definitely say I have thought about, actually, and my kids and I have talked about moving somewhere that is cheaper, because here in the Triangle, like it's definitely going to be more expensive living near a big city. Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Greensboro. It's always going to be more expensive. I've thought about moving out of the city limit, like maybe like I've even thought about moving back to Greenville, but I wouldn't do that. I just because it's so, like, you can still find an apartment in Greenville to rent for like $550, like $600 a month for like I think it was like a 2-bedroom. So yeah, it's definitely cheaper. And like I said, it doesn't have to be Greenville. Any like smaller city, I've thought about that. But yeah, my lease here doesn't end until December 31st. So, it kind of is what it is. If I were to break my lease, like, I have to pay an additional month. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's like I'd be losing money. Unless it was like a really, really, really good opportunity, financially speaking, that would be the only way that I could see myself breaking my lease. After December, I'm not sure. Honestly, we haven't really gotten that far. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on what's going on with my son. Like, if he is actually going to leave for the military, then I could see myself, downsizing to something smaller. I really, really, really want to do not van life, but like, I want to get a travel trailer. Like, definitely. I would love to move into an RV. That's like one of my little dreams, just to move into an RV and to either rent some land or buy some land, and just maybe use it as a base, or either travel like all over the US. But again, it's not like a right now kind of thing, because my daughter's in school. And Ava, actually, I'm going to talk about her. And I forgot to mention that. So Ava got her if you remember one of my other videos, I was talking about how we were having an issue with them saying that she's out of district, blah, blah, blah. Well, we applied for the lottery and she got the lottery. So she's going to be finishing 8th grade, which is next year. She'll be doing 8th grade at the school that she's at now. So after 8th grade, then she'll be, of course, getting ready for high school. So that's like a whole nother issue. But yeah, I say all of that to say, yes, Apollonia, I have considered moving somewhere else in North Carolina. But nothing is really certain for right now. Julia, an attorney. Oh my God. You know what? Honestly, I have thought about law school like years and years ago. But it's not something that I would do now. Like if I go back to school, it'll be for my doctorate in something. I don't know. Maybe I've thought about like psychology or something like that. But yeah, no, law school would be just too long for me. Let's see. Go Puff. I've heard about Go Puff. I honestly, with the way that gas prices are right now, yeah, I'm not really interested in doing anything that's going to involve me driving. I am going to get back into my YouTube bag for one. And because when you stop posting videos, your income goes down significantly to like almost zero. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get back into YouTube. Because I thought about it. I was talking with a friend of mine the other night and I was like, girl, like I have an income source right here that I'm completely neglecting. And I think I got so caught up in all this other stuff that I wanted to do also that I just kind of pushed YouTube to the side. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get back into YouTube more and just kind of building my channel up again. So we'll see how that goes. But again, I have several months of cushion at the moment. So if I have to go back to a 9-to-5, I definitely will. I mean, I've done it plenty of times, but I'm really hoping and praying that I don't have to do that. Moving up north, no, I'm not a city person at all. I would love to visit. I want to visit all 50 states. And I've been to New York before. Actually, when I was younger, I wanted to live in New York City. Like I wanted to move to New York City. I wanted to live in the Big Apple. That was during the time that I wanted to be an actress. And we finally, when we went, and I was like looking around and everything, and I was like, oh my God, it's so dirty here. Like there's rats and stuff crossing the street. Like what is going on? It's just, I don't know. It just, I like certain parts of New York, but yeah, I don't think I would ever move up north. When my brother was alive, we at one point were kind of sort of talking about the idea of me moving up there. And he and I like getting a place and sharing it, with the kids and everything. But that never happened. So yeah, up north, honestly, I have so many like bad memories from up north, like with my brother being murdered and then my dad died up there. It's just when I go past Virginia, like Maryland, it's just no. See, Silverado, Maryland is like, and I have family up there. But I don't know. I don't know about that. Not right now. Moving to another state. I've thought about moving back to my dad's hometown, Goldvein, Virginia. Or did I say moving back? Moving to my dad's hometown. And actually, like if I were to ever come into like a significant amount of money, that's probably what I would do in terms of like having a base. It would be probably around there. Oh yes, definitely. Rent is like, oh my God, that's another big, huge reason why I stay where I'm at because, I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhome, and what I'm paying right now, 1,085 is like, it is super, super, super cheap for the area, so yeah, it's going to be difficult to find something cheaper than that in the same with the same, square footage and everything. Um, to sponsor you an RV for you. Really? I haven't heard of that. I did sign up. So Camping World, I get like emails and text messages from Camping World, and they're having their like big like camping. I don't know. It's like a 1 month or 2 month little tour that they do where they're trying to like sell camper vans and stuff. So I signed up for their little promotion. So that would be nice if I could win an RV. um Lavender, what state are you in? Yeah, Juliet. So that's the thing. Like, consistency is definitely key. And sometimes it doesn't really matter the type of content. I can't really explain the algorithm. It's one of those anomalies. It's like, I don't know. No one really understands it. When a video goes viral, it goes viral. There's no really, I don't know. Like, a lot of people I know post like, "Oh, do this to grow your YouTube channel," or "Do this and you'll blow up," or whatever. But when the algorithm loves you, it just loves you. Like, I can't really say anything more than that. Yeah, Maryland. I've been to Maryland plenty of times. The country parts are nice. If anything, I would get me like some land somewhere in the country. But yeah, buying land, unless it, like I said, if it's my dad's hometown, Goldvein, then I could see myself doing something there. But just, I don't know if I would do it here in North Carolina, honestly. Ohio. I actually, my first boyfriend was from Ohio. Yeah, New York. New York is always going to be expensive. And I mean, it's beautiful. Like, I think I was watching a series. What was it called? The Servant, and the what do you call it? Brownstone or whatever that the couple were living in. I think it was set in New York. I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe it was somewhere else. But anyway, I do like brownstones are really nice. Like, it kind of reminds me of a townhome, but it has like all multiple levels. Like, it has an attic and it has a basement or whatever. Like, those are pretty cool, but still expensive. Um, Ohio, moved to North Carolina. Yes. Yeah. Rent is like definitely like out of this world. And I don't think anything is gonna be going down anytime soon. Unless you move to like a smaller city again, you know. Um, that's kind of the only thing that I can see. But yeah, we probably will be here definitely to see Ava through 8th grade. I don't see myself moving unless our financial situation changed dramatically, which can happen. God works in mysterious ways. Um, then I could see myself moving out of here, but somewhere else in Durham, just to give her a chance to finish, school and everything. Um, because I need to look and see where her high school is going to be, and how that, if she's going to want to go to that high school or apply for another lottery. But we'll see. Gas prices like four almost $5 basically, if not more. I think yesterday when we were in South Carolina, we got like maybe $3.99. But yeah, my van is like $60 to fill up. So yeah, that's probably the most. I've never ever paid $60 to fill up a vehicle, but having a bigger vehicle is going to cost more, and definitely all the driving and everything that I've been doing. Um, this apartment complex, I've talked about my apartment complex in the past, right? I've kind of hinted. But yeah, it's like, I can't even really explain it. It's, I guess I'm here because the rent is as cheap as it is. Um, and it doesn't make sense to just up and leave in this circumstance that I'm in at the moment. So, but it's kind of the same old, same old. Like, it's still noisy out here. There, y'all, I've seen people like actually out in the parking lot, like in the middle of the night, early in the morning, I should say, like getting busy in the parking lot, seriously. And I didn't realize, like, a friend of mine, I think, told me, like, hey, if you would have called like the police or something, like they could have been charged with like a sex crime, like what do you call it? I don't know, sex registry or offender or something like that. Because, obviously you're not supposed to be doing that in the parking lot. But yeah, it's just loud, it's noisy at times, like just I hate having to be subjected to other people's like other people's noise, other people's music, other people's arguments, and just like I don't like that. That's one thing that I really, really hate about living next to other people. It's just I don't, and I don't really consider myself that much of an introvert. But yeah, I don't like all that. Like if I want to play my music, that's one thing. But yeah, I don't like that. And then a few weeks ago, actually, I think it was right after I left Amazon, I got a phone call from the complex. Actually, two phone calls. So the first one was saying, they were like, the lady was like, "Oh, Miss Hall, it's going to be $500 for the mattress that's at the back of behind your townhouse." And I was like, "Wait, what? $500? That's not my mattress. I didn't put it out there." Like, so there is a mattress. It's not even on my like cement slab. It's like kind of halfway in the woods, like halfway between my backside and halfway between the lady next door to me, her side. And I'm like, y'all are no, I'm not paying $500 for something that I did not do. So, I guess they're in search of whoever that may be. But I mean, I don't know how they're going to charge anybody unless they actually put cameras up and catch someone on camera. Like, that's just crazy. The trash here is like out of this world, like out of this world. I've taken pictures actually, because, and I don't know what the issue is. I don't know if it's them not having like the trash people come as often. Like, I don't know if if they only have it set up to come like once or twice a week. But I mean, there's a lot of families out here. There's a lot of apartments. So there's townhouses out here, and there's also apartments. So, I feel like the trash should be emptied probably on a daily basis, because it's constantly overflowing. Like, you can't even put it in the trash can, because the dumpster, because it's constantly overflowing, and it just sits there until somebody comes and moves it. And they put up these signs like, "Please put your trash in the dumpster." If you can't get your trash in the dumpster, if the dumpster is full, like, where are you supposed to put it? So then there's like bags that, gather around the outside. It's crazy. Yeah, noise. Yep. Yes. That's why I really want a piece of land off to myself, where, kind of like the area is kind of like where I used to deliver at with Amazon, but maybe not that far. So yeah, noise. What else? What else? The pool is getting ready to open, so I am excited about that. I'm definitely excited about the pool opening back up. And I'm a morning person, so I get out there as soon as it opens. I will be out there this summer, definitely. I have just ordered some bathing suits from what is it? Shine, whatever that site is. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the pool this summer, 4 a.m. Oh, and look, the kids running, that's the thing. Like, the townhouses, of course, have stairs. Like, my next door neighbor, I hear just constantly up and down the stairs. I don't know if it's kids, dogs, whatever, just up and down the stairs constantly. Uh, it's crazy. It is really, really crazy. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we'll most likely be here. Oh, the other phone call. I did mention another phone call. So the lady on the other side of me moved out, And I was like, what in the world is going on? Because like they didn't re-rent it right away. Like it was just empty for like a month, maybe or more. And I got a phone call one day. I was actually recording a video, be honest with you. I was recording a video and I got a phone call and I was like, let me check this. So I checked the message and it was the apartment complex. So I called them back and she's like, Miss Hall, have you seen any roaches in your house? I just wanted to know if you've seen. And I was like, no. I was like, no, maybe like when it rains really bad, occasionally I'll see like a water bug that's like at my front door. Like I can, tell that it's probably come in from the front door. That has happened in the past. And I had them put what do you call it? Whatever the thing is that they put under the door so that there's not like any gaps or any spaces or anything like that. I had them do that, but I was like, no, I don't have roaches. And she's like, well, the lady next door to you, she just moved out. She's like, we didn't realize it, but apparently she had a roach issue and she didn't tell them about it. So they were having to like spray and I get whatever treatments or whatever they were going to do. And she's like, I just wanted to let you know that, that happened and we're going to try to get somebody out there. And initially they were saying that they were going to like treat like the apartments next to her as well, because she was like, obviously if you get them out of one place, then they can go next door or whatever. But then I didn't hear anything about it. Like, it's crazy, but I haven't seen any roaches in here. One thing that I have been doing for years and years now, when I move into an apartment and also like while I'm there, I use peppermint. I use Dr. Bronner's peppermint. What is it? Peppermint, not peppermint oil, but it's the peppermint cleaner that they have. And peppermint is like a natural insect repellent, if you will. So I use that. Like I make a solution of it and I wipe inside, outside cabinets, floors and everything. And like my kids actually think I'm crazy, but I'm constantly on them. Like when you use something, if you make a sandwich or whatever in the kitchen, make sure that you spray and like spray the counter down and wipe up, behind yourself so that there's no crumbs or any food droppings or anything left behind. So that's pretty much what I do. And again, I haven't seen anything. We have new neighbors now. So, and they seem actually pretty quiet. Like I don't hear them. So it's kind of a good thing. It's like I have quiet neighbors on one side, loud ones on the other. So that's that. Yeah, exactly. Lavender. And I get that, kids will be kids, blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't know. Like I've never take your kids to the park or take them to like a trail or walk like, and there's grassy area. There's not a park out here, but there's like some grassy area, or let them go outside on their patio, whatever. But just like letting them do whatever in the house is crazy. And especially, at different hours of the night. Like, I don't know, I have seen instances where like cars will pull up and they don't even live out here. Like they maybe know somebody out here, but they'll pull up and like one person will get out of one car and they'll get into the other car and then they'll drive off and like leave the other car here. So then they're taking up all these parking spaces. We already don't have a lot of parking out here. There was an incident where there was like a string of incidents where these people were pulling up. And again, I don't know if they knew somebody out here or what, but they were like pulling up and they just be standing outside in the parking lot, just talking. And I'm just like, and I can, to the point when I say talking, I mean like loud, like, laughing and doing all this kind of stuff in the parking lot. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, people have no respect anymore for other people's, living situation or whatever. There's like there's a grocery store right up here with a great big parking lot and you can pull up to the back and do whatever. So, yeah, I mean, apparently, yeah. And supposedly we have the what do you call it? The people who come out and move cars that are parked where they're not supposed to be parked at. But I haven't seen them in a while, actually. Yeah, for a while they were like coming out here like every night, late at night they would come because you couldn't miss it because they would be flashing their lights, which is another thing that would wake me up. Um, I have to figure out some kind of. I had blackout curtains before, but they kept falling down because there's nowhere. The way that the windows are made, like you can't really nail anything in. I think you need like a heavy duty like drill. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out because yeah, cars will pull in to this street that I'm on and like sit there with their lights on, and it shines like directly into, just lights up my whole room, upstairs and downstairs. So I have to figure something out. There's actually a guy out here, like every time he pulls in, he has to rev his engine. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, dude, come on. It's just, I don't know, it's just really weird to me that people have no respect for other people. But yeah, that is what's been going on out here. Honestly, I would love to go from here into an RV. Like that would be ideal for me. And again, I would love, even if it's just renting like a lot, like an acre maybe, just off to myself. That would be cool because I've been following. I actually shared this family that I follow on YouTube. Um, what's their name? Hold up. The Mom Trotter. That's what it is. Mom Trotter, and then her husband is the Dad Trotter. And they recently like sold their house and everything and moved into an RV. And I just think it's a really good way if you have a goal, like a financial goal to meet. I definitely think that it's a good idea. It could be a good idea. So that would be something that I'm very, very interested in. I actually, so in terms of like jobs, um, I was contacted like earlier, no, actually the end of last year. So it was like while I was working for Amazon, um, and a friend of mine contacted me and they were like, hey, would you, yeah, I was using the command that those are the ones that fell down. The sticks, the little stickers, like they did not stick to these walls. And I had like the heavy duty ones and it wasn't working. Um, but I was contacted about doing a software engineering program. And it was going to be free. It was like these companies will basically pay for you to take the training, and then you agree to come and work for them after you complete the training. Um, I never had really any interest in software engineering. It was just like, oh, it'll be something different, something new, maybe slightly exciting or whatever. And it paid really good money. That's kind of how it was marketed to me. But and I was interested a little bit. But I actually had the chance to sit in on a session, and I was like, yeah, this is not really for me because for one, I was clueless. Like I actually like sat in for a class, and it wasn't like the beginning, so I didn't really know what was going on. Like it was everything that I was seeing on my screen was like Greek. Like I could not understand what in the world. Like I'm still, even now, I'm just like, okay, so what do they do? Like initially when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this looks like the back end to a blog. And it kind of does, the way that like the screen and everything is set up. And I've done blogging before. I have my own blog actually, even though I haven't really written anything recently. But I was like, okay, I kind of sort of get it. But even now, it's like, yeah, I don't really know what y'all do. So yeah, I just decided, yeah, this is not going to be for me. So I opted out of that. But it's a good opportunity. I feel like if you're someone that is really interested in coding and software engineering, then yeah, go for it. Um, but yeah, that didn't pan out. I told you drop shipping and Shopify and stuff. I'm not gonna focus on that at all. I'm really, like I said, I'm gonna focus on YouTube for now. Um, And again, if I have to go back to a 9 to 5, I will. I do what I have to provide for myself and my kids. But um, if I did do something 9 to 5 ish, it would be from home. Honestly, like financially speaking, that's like the only thing to do. Like because it's just way too much that I have to do, going in and out, back and forth. I I could make, the same thing working from home. So I am getting back on, well, I am on LinkedIn and just kind of reconnecting with uh, people back from my time in academia. And, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Wait, am I scrolling down? Hold up. Okay, there we go. Would you do teaching again? No, I do not want to teach. And that is something that I keep being asked. I had a friend of mine that was like constantly trying to get me to go back into teaching. Um, but no, I would not do teaching again. Not on any level. Um, I I honestly, I did a video on why I left teaching, and I guess a few people were like butthurt because they left some weird comments. But like, that video didn't come from like a bad place. It wasn't. I wasn't angry when I did that video. That was literally me just explaining why I left teaching and sharing my experience. Um, I don't have any ill will towards anyone that I work with, any teachers, any principals, whatever. My first year was rough. Like there's no sugarcoating that. It was rough as hell. And my second year was better, but the issues with teaching, like, it's systemic. It's not anything that's going to be fixed in like a year or two. And yeah, I don't. Hats off to anybody who is teaching and is truly like loving their job and has a passion for it. But it's just not. It's not mine. It's not my passion any longer. So, I mean, I went into it with so much hope, so much hope, and just like, oh my God, I think I wanted to, like, I think in the beginning you really think that you can change the world, like, no, I'm gonna do everything that I can and I'm gonna help these kids. Yeah, it didn't turn out that way. Amazon, I'm not sure. Either maybe today. Actually, no, we have something to do today, so it'll be sometime this week. Yeah, it'll be sometime this week. Um, Most likely, probably Monday or Tuesday. And I've sat down with my kids and we just kind of talked about things. The kids don't really want YouTube life. Like they don't want to necessarily be up close and personal in my videos. So I know people mention, like, I don't know, YouTube is really, I told you YouTube is weird. Like people have made comments about my kids, like disparaging comments about my kids. And I think that's kind of part of the reason why they pulled away. But yeah, if they don't want to be on camera, then I'm not going to make them. So if you don't see my kids on camera, it's not that I'm hiding them or don't want to show them or anything like that. Like if they don't want to be on the camera, then they don't want to be on the camera, like period. So, you know, um, but yeah, they help me as far as like, coming up with ideas and things that I want to film and stuff like that. Um, so yeah. Thank you, Silverado. Yeah, when you like a video, it helps um, boost your video. Basically, the algorithm starts to be nice to you a little bit, so it's a good way to help boost a video. Um, what else? I'm trying to think. That is pretty much everything that has been going on. Honestly, I've been taking it one day at a time. After I left Amazon, like I said, I just kind of just chilled out for a while. I was kind of in my own little world. Um, I wasn't really concerned about Amazon or YouTube, to be honest with you. If I did get on YouTube, it was maybe watching a ASMR video or travel videos. Um, but yeah, I really wasn't paying much attention to what was going on. Um, but I am going to give it another go and see how things work out. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I try my best. I try my best. And I think, I mean, for the most part, my kids, they're good kids, Um, they're definitely every day we're trying to be better than the day before. So that's all we can do. That is all we can do. I'm happy that like both of them are seeing the value of money. Like they're not just trying to like lay at home and wait for mommy to do everything. Like Gabriel is adamant about working, and Ava, like I said, she's trying to make money any way that she can. Like Ava has actually, so she's doing the whole snack thing at school. And then she's also been helping out, like a friend of mine has been paying her to like help her clean her house or fold clothes, things like that. So she's definitely got her little hustle going. So thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. Story time. So um yeah, when I started my story time, honestly, I did that. It was a way of kind of purging a lot of things that I've been holding on to for years and years. Right. And I got to the point, seeing other people's videos, and I was like, you know what? I could share my story and, maybe help someone out there who's going through a similar situation. Just to know that like they're not the only ones, because for the longest time, a lot of things that I was going through, I was like, oh my God, like there's nobody else who's dealing with this. Until you realize that no, there's plenty of people. It's just we've all kind of been made to feel like no one would understand. But yeah, it was a way of me sharing things that I've been through in my life and just showing how I am trying to overcome those things. So um, I don't know if I may do some more story times. I don't know. I may and I may not. It just depends. Um, I don't know. I don't really, I've thought about doing like some relationship story times, especially now because my son and my daughter, as a matter of fact, like what in the world? So, my son has a girlfriend, my daughter has her little friend at school as well. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should share some of my relationship stories and maybe something that I say will speak to someone out there who's listening and going through XYZ. Um, because in my relationships in the past, like I have gotten to that situation where I'm like, oh my God, like, why is this happening? Like, what is going on? Why is this happening to me? And just feeling like no one would know, no one would understand what I was going through. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with the story times. I may do some more. But I pretty much like talked about everything that I wanted to talk about initially. Like, I talked about the whole JW stuff and childhood and, sexual assault and domestic violence and things like that. So, like it was a good release for me, honestly. Like if it was really getting that out and off my chest, it's like, ugh, it was a load that was lifted. So, I'm happy about that for sure. Yeah, Lisa, definitely, it is something that is not to be taken lightly. Honestly, it's just being a single parent is tough. I mean, being a parent, period, is tough. But I definitely think, being a single parent, especially when you don't have help, it's really it's really hard when you're the only one, when you're the person that has to make 99.9% of all the decisions, and you don't have anyone to bounce ideas off of. That's like my biggest uh, irritation right now. It's like I am pretty much stuck inside my own head because you want to trust people, but then it's like people, you tell people something and then it's like they think they know you, and then it just, it's hard to trust people because you don't know if this story is gonna end up in somebody else's ears and things like that. So yeah, that's difficult. Nowadays I really keep things to myself. um I pray about it, I sleep on it, I meditate on it, I do some of everything. um but whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So yeah. Wow, we are at 55 minutes. Thank you guys so much for hopping on this live. I really appreciate it. I was worried because the first time I went live, there was literally like two people that got on, two or three people. And so I said, let me schedule it this time and give people, a chance um, to prepare or whatever. And I know the timing is probably not the best, but again, it was a timing that worked for me. I know a lot of people are probably home more so like in the evenings. Um, but I'm a morning person, and the lighting is decent. It's really dark in my house in the evenings. And I don't like the lighting from uh, those lights. So yeah. It's like always something going on outside. That's another thing that I really don't like about living in this place. It is so active. And I don't know if it's always been this way or what, but like there's vehicles coming in and out, moving trucks coming in and out, like utility trucks, like what do you call it? I don't know, I guess work trucks or whatever coming in and out. Just it's always something. It's definitely, I would not call this place quiet or peaceful because yeah, it 24/7, it doesn't matter what time, there's constantly a stream of vehicles coming in and out, in and out, in and out constantly. And it's crazy. So there's a police officer that lives out here, but you wouldn't know it. Um, and I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, what, I don't even understand the purpose of having an officer out here because like I don't know him. Like I haven't seen him like out and about or introducing himself. Or I'm assuming it's a he. It could be a female. I'm not sure. But I haven't seen this person. I've seen the car come and go, but I don't know. It's like, dude, you just have subsidized housing like the rest of us at this point. Like, yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. I have missed being up here, honestly. Um, yeah. Oh, and this summertime is, I know the summertime is going to be crazy, 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 crazy. I'm actually working on getting some patio furniture to go out back because I want to create like a little oasis because normally the front is like just loud and crazy. So like, let me create a little space out back. Gabriel's gonna help me with getting that cleared off. And I'm gonna use my storage that's back there as well. But yeah, it's quieter on the back for sure because not many people are back there because it's completely shaded off. So like, there's no sun back there. But yeah, we'll see. You guys have any more questions? Oh, I said I was going to talk about JW content. And again, okay. So there were a lot of comments made. That video just sparked like a lot of stuff, both good and bad. Like someone said something about, oh, you made this video on purpose. You knew it was gonna go, you knew it was gonna go viral like this, and you're just trying to attack Jehovah's Witnesses, blah, blah, blah. y'all. Like, I don't wake up in the morning and think, oh, let me see like who I can piss off or whatever. That was a part of my life that I was sharing. Like, nothing more, nothing less. Um, but I don't have any more unless someone has like something in particular that they want to know or something. I don't know. I don't really have any more to share. Um, there's a lot of channels out there where all they talk about every single video is JW this, JW that. So I mean, if that's something that you're wanting to see, then I would suggest that, you find those channels and follow them. But yeah, I really don't know anything more that I could share about it because again, I feel like I covered everything in that initial video. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything more to say. Um, yeah, it's a part of my life that I am very happy that it is over. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me know if you guys have any more comments. We are just over, wow, we're just over an hour. So yeah. But I think from my notes, like that's pretty much it. Um, we did that. So yeah, the Amazon video will be up sometime this week. And it's not going to be a long video. It'll probably be like maybe 10, 12 minutes maybe. But I did like a little some videos every day. Um, yeah, that's it. So today we are actually going to where are we going? We're going to T-Mobile actually, because with my son being back, we are getting the phone situation squared away. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Gabriel like literally wants to start work like this week. He was actually so he had his interview and the guy's supposed to be getting in contact with him and he's like, "Can I call him today? Can I call him today?" I'm like, "Dude, it's the weekend. Like, give it a rest for a minute." It's like if he doesn't reach out to you, Monday, you can maybe give him a call like Monday afternoon. But and I didn't even realize that he could work right now. So Gabriel, technically, right now he's 16. He'll be 17 May 7th, which is like a little less than 2 months. Um, but there are no restrictions. Like I thought there was going to be like an hour restriction for him, but actually there isn't. So like he can work full time if he wants to. So yeah, he just wants to work, and I am not going to stand in his way. The funny thing is, I got my GED when I was 16, and he the same for him, and so we have that much in common. And I was not allowed to work after that, and I don't want that for him. I'm not going to try and hold him in the house and be like, no, you can't, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. So if he wants to work, then I'm going to let the child work. There's no point in me keeping him in the house. I've also mentioned to him, like, I'm not going to force him to go to school either. Like, he has his GED. Academia is not for everyone. Having a degree is not necessarily for everyone. He's more physical anyway. Like, he likes to build things and use his hands. But if he does want to go to school, right now, Wake Community College is offering free tuition for 2021, 2022 graduates. And it's anything. It's high school, GED, homeschool. So, he has that opportunity as well. Like I've mentioned that to him. But yeah, that is a really good opportunity. I was like, I wish I could do that. That would be to not have to pay for college. That's a dream. But that's pretty much it. What's been going on. I have a ton of video ideas that are coming up. I do want to do some more traveling. I'm not 100% sure if we are going to do any international travel this year. Um, because I have like a lot of, goals and things that I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to get my credit cleaned up. And I'm like very close to having like my consumer credit gone. And then there's the student loans. Um, but like I said, I'm definitely going to do what I can. We may have to do domestic travel for right now, and I've accepted it. It's not something that I'm like thrilled about, but if I can, I'm gonna try my best to get an international trip this year. Though we'll see. We'll see how it all works out. Because yeah, I definitely I want to go somewhere. I'm so we have been. I feel like we've been stuck in Durham for over a year now, and it's just it's kind of I'm bored, to be honest with you. Like I'm bored out of my mind. Yeah, I said it. I am bored. Um, with that being said, I'll do what I can where I'm at. That's what you're supposed to do, right? You do what you can where you're at until you can do better. So that's what I'm doing. So something my son said something to me. We were talking yesterday, and he was like, "You have to." What did he say? It was something like you have to throw something out the window, and then get a fishing hook and reel it back in later. Something. It was something that one of the sergeants had told him. So I had to laugh though when I heard it, because I'm like, that is so funny. But basically, like, just being patient and waiting and, planning, making good choices, good decisions in the moment. So, in any case, we are over an hour, guys. And I want to thank you guys again for getting on this live. Like, I did not anticipate 20, where we're at, 28 people now on this live. I did not anticipate this. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy lives to hop on this live for me. Jamaica, I would love to go to Jamaica. I actually literally just watched a vlog from one of my friends. One of the ladies that I follow on YouTube just went to Jamaica, and I just watched her vlog. So yeah, I would definitely go. You know what's funny? I actually, the day that I was getting my hair done, I was in Burlington, and I was like playing around on Groupon. And Groupon has like all the different travel packages and things. I accidentally purchased a trip to Dubai. Literally purchased it, like it went through and everything. And they were sending me the emails to like set up the date. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And it took me like probably 3 minutes. And I was able to get it refunded right away. But I was like, is that a sign, God? That would be, Dubai is like definitely on my bucket list. But yeah, that was crazy. I was like, how in the world? Like, I was just playing around, I was going to check the dates and everything. But it was like a package. It was like $800, and it included the flights. I think you could fly from JFK or Newark. And it was a pretty good deal. I want to say it was like 4 or 5 days, the package. So I don't know. It sounded like a good deal. But yeah, I was just playing around with the dates. Normally with Groupon, you add stuff to your cart, and then you go back and select what items you want, and then you pay for it. But somehow it just paid for it automatically. So I was like, that's so hilarious. But yeah, I would love to go to Jamaica. Like, I want to go everywhere. Y'all know my goal is to visit every single country in the world. A lot of the travel channels that I follow are people that are doing just that. There's a lady that I follow on Instagram. What's her? I think it's Catch Me If You Can. She has actually visited I think her name is Jessica. She has one of those, what is it? Her last name is like African or something. I want to say it's Nigerian. I think she's Nigerian, but I can't pronounce her last name. But it's Catch Me If You Can. She actually has a book coming out where she like showcases, all like I think 100 of the countries that she's been to. And yeah, I've enjoyed following her. Um, really enjoy following her. But she's been to every country. She's a single woman, been to every country in the world. Oh, thank you. Hips of six. Is that what that says? No, hips of six. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Look, my first super chat. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. I have never received a super chat before. I'm not even sure. Okay. Maybe it'll show me something when it's done. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Where are you from? But yeah, I want to travel. That's my goal. That's my passion. I'm gonna show you guys, not now, but in some future videos. I'm in the process of redoing my bathroom. I've ordered like this world map shower curtain from Amazon, and just doing different things. But yeah, I'll show you. I have a world map bathing suit that I ordered. Oh, you're in Maryland. Okay. I have family that's in Maryland on my dad's side, actually. Um, I don't, yeah, on my dad's side. And then I ended up staying with a relative. I think she's like a cousin of mine. But she was, what part of Maryland is she in? I think it's like Upper Marlboro, maybe Upper. Does that sound right? Something like that. But yeah. Thank you so much. I actually, you know what? I am planning to go to. I think it's Owen Mills to visit my dad's gravesite. My dad is buried at it's a military cemetery in Owen Mills. Owing. It's either Owing or Owen, something like that. Mills. So yeah, I definitely want to go back up there, and because I haven't been up there to that part since his funeral. And Owings Mills, yes, yeah, there's a cemetery there, and I haven't seen him. His what am I trying to say? I haven't been there since he was buried. And when he was buried, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was raining that day, so it wasn't like what I would call a proper burial. Like, yeah. So anyway, I want to go back up there. Definitely want to go back up there. But thank you again, Hips of Six. I appreciate that. Anybody have any more questions or anything? If not, then I'm going to go ahead and close out this. Hopefully, you know what? I got to figure out what happened with the live stream, because this is a completely different one. So I have to figure out why the other one that I planned didn't like just pop up when I first logged in, but we'll get all that situated. Hopefully we'll be able to do more live streams in the future. And I'll try to plan it out so that I give, people time to make arrangements or whatever. But thanks again for you guys hopping on. Maybe next time I'll be at like my desk. I chose this spot one because it's right in front of my window in my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom, in case you can tell. This comforter should be famous by now, because this is the one that I was sitting in front of when I did my JW video. But yeah, the lighting is good, and it's actually a really, really nice day. The sun is out, shining really bright. Really nice day. So yeah. But thank you guys so much again for hopping on. And I will see you guys this week. Like I said, I'm going to drop my Amazon video. That'll be like the last one in that series. And we'll just be moving on to bigger and better things from there. So thanks so much. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.